ndinoda kuti nyika isiwe vanhu vangu inguva yedu hatingatadzi kubudirira mwari ari parutivi pedu rambai muchirwa. My hitters gon' die, don't die, and real hitters gon' shine, and my people gon' rise, 'cause we're born to win, yeah. I ain't saying this, but I'm saying
loyalty's my favorite characteristic of God, but finding it in it is hard. It's like trying to find God. You're the only one in your camp with cheese. You pay for everything they eat. Man, that insecurity is deep. Now I ain't said no names. These are just theories if you hear me, baby. It's home, you must admit it's kinda eerie, baby. Like them chemtrails in the sky. Ain't the selling the slaves, kinda like the combines. We say everything in moderation, but don't do it in moderation. The lies of a gluttonous generation. 10-year-old girl in.
Oh, man. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Day with Trae. My name is Omari Salisbury, filling in for my good colleague Trae on a holiday. Got a great show lined up for you today. We're going to be joined by Intern Vaughn. Man, I can't believe the summer is coming to an end. Vaughn's getting ready to leave us. He's going back to Beantown, to Boston, you know what I'm saying, to Northeastern University. So we're going to talk to Vaughn about his experience hanging out with us. I'm hoping it was good, you know. You never know. Also joined by, you see the title in there, community activist, community activist and host of We Live in Color. Deaunte Damper is going to be joining us as well. Actually, we'll go to the wide right now. What's up, Deaunte?
What's up? How you feeling?
No, I'm feeling good, And before we jump, well, I guess I have a few formalities here. It's a while. You know, I'm not used to hosting every day like I used to. I used to have this down. So first of all, this is a really good show right here today. So want to encourage everybody to tag and share the stream. Go ahead and tag and share the stream with people you feel would appreciate culturally relevant news and information emanating from right here in the Emerald City. Also a reminder that you can listen to The Day with Trae as well as all of our other programs, including We Live in Color, anywhere that you listen to your favorite podcast. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Google, all over the place. We just added the Drive Project with Jay Martin Jr. Check that all out there. All you have to do is search Converge Media Network. All right. That being said, Deaunte, what's up?
What's up? How you feeling?
No, I'm all right. And we got an acknowledgement here before we jump into the show.
Absolutely.
Today at 1:30 is the service for Big Mike Robinson. That's Trae on a holiday. His father laying to rest today, and that's why I'm filling in here today. And actually, after the show, I'll be heading out there to the service. And man, we put this together. We went to the archives and we found this video clip from August 6, 2021, and actually put this together back in July when he first passed away. We thought we'd play this again this morning.
My mom and dad coming through. Oh, I love you. Thank you for being here. Oh, I knew it. She's in tears, folks. I knew it. Hi, Daddy. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. This is my mom and dad, Tracy and Michael Robinson, my parents who have been so inspiring to me. This means everything that you guys, I'm going to try not to cry, Mother. And it means everything that you guys are here today to support me, as my name was on the marquee and we were talking about it at your birthday this past Saturday, your birthday celebration. And to have my grandmother, my grandfather, and aunts and uncles and everybody pouring into me the way you guys have. You truly are the rock of my foundation in my village. And I'm so grateful that you're here on this Feel Good Friday to feel good with me right here on the Morning Update Show. I love you guys. Love you so much.
It's a whole lot of, yes, it's a whole lot of love up here right now.
Yep, definitely rest in peace to Michael Robinson. of course, send a whole lot of love out to Trae Holiday and the whole family.
Absolutely. Trae, from her family, I know her little brother, my brother, are best friends. So from myself, especially, we live in color community, everybody in community, Trae, we're sending our love out there to you and condolences.
Yeah, and that particular clip right there, it was such a big day for us over there at the Paramount. And were you there, Ike? That was last day.
That was when you guys were out there.
You were there August 6th, last day of the Paramount. Curtis was one down in Florida. Ike was there. It was such a, you could just see the pride in his eyes, because we was up on the marquee, and if you from Seattle,
that's a big deal,
right? To have your name up on the Paramount Theater marquee, that's a big deal.
Was that when you guys were out there for like a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
The morning show, and that was that last Friday of the morning show. And both of Traeon's parents came there, and that's the clip that you saw there up on stage. But it was such a big deal. It was like, yo, Converge Media presents the morning update show. And it was me and Trae Holiday, and so we're sending a lot of prayers, blessings, and goodwill and everything to Trae and the family over there. Trae's going to be out on Monday, and Deaunte will be in and covering, right?
I will. Those are some big shoes to fill, but I will be here. And I'm usually I'm a morning person for Trae show, so it's gonna be amazing. Can't wait to be here.
All right, good stuff. We're gonna take a quick break right now. We come back. We're going to talk to Deaunte here all about We Live in Color and what else he's been up to. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Ndinoda kuti nyika isiwe vanhu vangu inguva yedu hatingatadzi kubudirira Mwari ari parutivi pedu rambai muchirwa My hitters gon' die, don't die, the real hitters gon' shine and my people gon' rise, 'cause we're born to it, like sense for the sense.
Loyalty's my favorite characteristic of God, but finding it in it is hard. It's like trying to find God. You're the only one in your camp with cheese. You pay for everything they eat. Man, that insecurity is deep. Now I ain't said no names. These are just theories. If you hear me, baby, it's home. You must admit it's kinda eerie, baby. Like them chemtrails in the sky. Hate to selling the slaves, kinda like the combines. We say everything in moderation, but don't do it in moderation. The lies of a gluttonous generation. 10-year-old girl in.
Am I back now? Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Welcome back to The Day with Trae. All right, Deaunte. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's welcome back for you now, right?
It feels good to be back.
This is 2 episodes in since your vacation. And first of all, though, I want to acknowledge, man, that like you did something that was so real, and I could see by even like the comments on the article that you and Ike Everard worked on, where you just came out publicly and kept it real. It was like, yeah, man, I've been gone. I was dealing with some addiction issues, and
I was dealing with addiction issues, and
yeah.
I mean,
tell us about it.
I'm about to. So okay. For me, it was so much as I was coming into community. I've been back home for 5 years, and throughout that process, it was. I think it was, after when COVID happened, I did not know how to show up for myself. And I chose to go back into the areas of substances. And we don't talk enough about methamphetamine in our community. And I felt as though that if I went to go get help or seek help, that everything that I work for wouldn't be there. But when I think about people like yourself and Ashley McGirt, my girl Ashley, and my Build brothers, and Sade and Brandon, like, I'm just naming just a few people that told me like I'd be okay if I learned how to show up for myself and take that time. I needed to do it. It was really important, because really what was happening throughout that process was I would go to community events and I was dealing with a breakup, and for myself, like I did not know how to show up for myself. I could make everybody laugh, but when I got home, the emptiness that I felt within my own self, not knowing how to show up for myself, and really it took a friend to kind of come to my house and say like, hey brother, we need you. We need you. Everything. If something's not going to be here when you get back, you'll be okay. We'll be okay. It was really a lot, and I was going through a lot of I was going through what you call a psychosis. I wasn't going to sleep for days and stuff, and nobody would notice that. But either way, I'm in a space now. I went to Lakeside Milam, so shout out to Lakeside Milam. I've been doing extensive outpatient, and I'm ready to go. But I'm more so saying it because I know that there are people in our community that are going through the same thing, that don't know that recovery is even an option for them. But it is. And I'm willing to talk about it and share my story. And everything that I didn't think would be there is right back there where I had it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were a real one, man. Yeah. I told you as soon as you hit, I figured something was up. You were like, I might be gone for a while. I was like, man, he going to jail or he going to rehab? Going to jail. We were checking the register over at the jail. I was like, he ain't there, at least not in King County.
Yeah, but one thing, I do want to say is how much I appreciate you. It's been a lot working in the areas of community to find out who's who and what's what, because everybody ain't the who that you need in your space. But I appreciate you and the Converge family, everyone at the Converge family, for being family. It's been hard to find that family space. But over this past year, I've actually found that here with Converge, and I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Welcome home was the headline, man. This will always be home for you. And I think that what's important, you can't say you community and turn it on and off.
Right.
We can't say we rock with you a la carte. You know what I'm saying? It's 0 or 100. It's all in or all out. And it was like, yo, you with it? It didn't matter to me. I mean, these guys, we said, hey, look, it's like peas and carrots.
Right.
We came back here like nothing changed. But it's important that we keep our arms open. And that's why I was thankful what you telling your part of the story as well, is because we got to remind family members and members when people are coming home to be supportive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we talk about that when people they might have, say they get out of prison, people talk about, we gotta be supportive. When people, it takes a lot of courage to go to rehab or the recovery, and man, we need to have them open arms.
Yeah.
And we need to be able to keep as many things in place as possible as we can. So I'm glad that you was able to come back here.
Come back and also just be ready to have the conversations, right? So, We Live in Color next month, we'll be having a lot of recovery. We'll be going through recovery month. So it's National Recovery Month throughout that month. So we'll be having community members with lived experiences. We'll be talking about Overdose Awareness Day, which is the next episode. We'll be talking about community members and how to educate and protect and build our community. So
all right, good stuff. And you built for this, because as soon as you got back, you had your biggest interview yet. You sat down with Nikita Oliver, and that's an interview that people are just watching, consuming right now.
I think that Nikita, that was the best person to interview, because Nikita has always been supportive to Converge family. The very last interview for Nikita, I know Nikita was not doing interviews, but it just goes to show, I just love the transparency they have in their spirit. There was a lot of questions in there that I was kind of afraid to, I wasn't sure if they would answer, but Nikita keeps it real. And it was a great send-off, I think, for them. There was let alone people don't even know that this person raps. This person was a boxer. This person voted for Bush.
Yeah, no, I learned so many things from that interview. Now, before we cut you loose, next episode is Wednesday, we're focusing on
overdose. It's National Overdose Awareness Day, so we'll have from Vocal Washington, we'll have Malika Lamont and our one and only Brad Finegood.
Brad Finegood. Okay,
so really excited about that. But the main goal of that is just to get more awareness. We have a lot of community members out here dying. Federal Way is number 2 in overdoses in our community, and there are no community resources, but there are community resources out there in the North End. We'll be talking about a lot of that, because at the end of the day, there's community awareness of, we know what's going on, but where's the assistance? Where's some of that funding going? So that'll be a little bit about what we'll be talking about.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. And Brad Finegood is excellent, and I'm sure we'll get a lot of information out to community. Brother,
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I do want to just say one more event that we haven't, because I'm a Bill brother myself. We got a kickball tournament coming up tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and I'm just challenging everybody. Can't nobody beat the Bill brothers. So Double Dutch Divas, all y'all been talking junk online. I'm calling y'all out here, live on A Day with Trae. We ready for you tomorrow. So bring your kickball game. We ready for you. I'm sorry, did I have that?
No,
I could have did a diss track, I just didn't have a produced beat,
Hey, kickball getting real beefy. It's getting real beefy. All right, Deaunte Damper, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, brother.
All right, we'll take a quick break right now. When we come back, it's the youngest member of the crew,
Vaughn.
Intern Vaughn. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Hey there, it's Trae Holiday. And of course, Besa and I had to take a trip back to Market Street Shoes to grab some items. They always know what to show us. And let me tell you, we both spent quality time to be sure we collected some amazing additions to our wardrobes. They have some of the most unique bags, shoes, and accessories. I mean, the whole shebang. It's always a good time when I get to shop with my girl Besa. Make sure you go check out Market Street Shoes, y'all, and you too can walk out with some dope gear.
Guess what, you guys? Portland Hip Hop Week is August 20th through 27th, and Converge Media is proud to be an official partner. Of course, it's your buddy Besa Gordon here, and you already know the Converge team is literally going to head south on I-5 to celebrate hip-hop culture in the Rose City. Portland Hip Hop Week is literally jam-packed with dope events, including the Hip Hop Skate Party, hosted by DJ OG1, Hip Hop Wine and Chill at the Abbey Creek Winery. There's also a DJ workshop hosted by Grand Wizard Theodore, and let's not forget Portland Hip Hop Week's biggest night, the 2022 Star Wars, and this year they're celebrating women in hip hop. You can get more information by visiting pdxhiphopweek.com, and of course you can head over to my blog at jammin1075.com. Just search Besa.
All right. Welcome back to The Day with Trae. Joined now by Intern Vaughn. What's up, Vaughn?
Hi, O. I mean, I don't know. I'm always here, so.
Boy, got jokes already, huh? Okay. Today's your last day. You know what I'm saying? You getting ready to go back to Boston. So before we go into everything, I want you to know, what are your thoughts? Let me ask you this. What were your thoughts when you started this internship about what we got going on here, and now a few months later looking back?
Oh, I'm not going to lie. When I first got here, I was kind of scared. Like, everyone was kind of intimidating a little. But I'd say, like, after about, like, I say maybe the first or the second week, after I wrote a couple articles, and then you were like, you helped me fix them, essentially. I think I got more comfortable, and then when I started writing more, I started like being more in the studio. But I guess my shell kind of fell off, you know what I mean? And so now I'm just comfortable here. Like, you guys are family.
Yeah, you can tell this boy comfortable by how far back he sit on that couch. You see what I'm saying?
It's a good couch. It's a good couch.
You can tell he's all the way comfortable here, man. When you think about it now, what are some of the highlights you think from this? You did a lot of stuff, man.
Ooh, let me think. Obviously, biggest highlight, definitely the Mississippi, Alabama trip with Baseball Beyond Borders. That was a trip to remember. I think, my first two, like, out in the open, like, I guess recording sessions with Inside in
Taswira.
Yeah, Taswira. Those were fun. When I was working with Carlos, it was amazing. And then just this past weekend, the backpack drive, that was fun. They had good music. I don't know. Deaunte was talking about my cha-cha slide. but I think I was doing pretty good.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
Listen, you know Shayla got the secret camera footage. We don't want to have to put it on air, man. You know your family watching. So the stuff that you worked on, like Taswira, support Black business. Right now, if people go on Instagram to Seattle Economy, that's the Seattle Office of Economic Development, that video that you worked on for Taswira is up there on their Instagram. So this is one of the things I always like to say about Converge, especially when our young people come here and the interns. It's not like we got you working on some hypothetical project somewhere. We got you counting the number of pens and pencils. Like, you really hit the ground and worked on impactful things, right?
Of course. Like, what is it? When I first got here, I did think I was just going to be sitting here, turning on the lights, and just basically doing nothing. But after a while, like, what is it? When Trae's like show, like the day when Trae started, y'all had me taking photos. Like, shoot, I don't know. I feel like just letting me get behind the camera and letting me do like actual physical stuff instead of just watching really helped me grow as like an artist when it comes to filmmaking. Like, now I think of like more creative angles due to like the photography I was doing here. And so there's a lot of growth. This summer had a lot of growth for me specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of growth. And you actually helped direct the very last episode of the Morning Update show, our iconic show. That's our joint. You were there with DQG. So we got a few things for you here and wanted to share some things with the audience and some of the projects that you worked on. And you mentioned that trip down to Mississippi and Alabama with Baseball Beyond Borders. So let everybody know that Vaughn played a key role in a film that we're actually releasing with Baseball Beyond Borders in September 26th over at T-Mobile Park. You know, they're gonna premiere the film over at the park. So we got to get you back out here so you can come out for the premiere of that. I know the whole Williams family. I'm sending you guys a ticket link. But here's the trailer right here to Reconciliation Tour, and this film is a project that Vaughn was part and parcel of.
A team really just means like all the people just working together to do stuff, and I really like being on a team because I can't beat nobody with just only me. I need help.
You're in the heart of the South. We're here at the John and Vera Mae Perkins Foundation. We're here running a baseball camp, working with youth from West Jackson community, just trying to inspire them. The history of baseball in the Black community started with the Negro Leagues. And with that, it created opportunities for community to come together. It was a piece of the culture. Baseball is an opportunity that really it socializes, it really allows ourselves to create a social norm in our communities that we once had that preserves a cultural legacy.
I think a lot of the kids that we worked with while we were here had never really played baseball before, especially some of the younger ones. You're kind of just introducing the game to them. You kind of see it through their eyes for the first time, and you know, they hit in a batting cage and they take a couple swings and they make contact, and then it's an honor to be there for that.
You know, our work continues to change the landscape of baseball and softball, particularly the systemic structure that's in place. We have to continue to find ways to uplift communities to really see baseball and softball as a viable option. One, because it's the only sport we've ever owned, but two, it's also our ability to preserve the cultural legacy, because we know play can heal.
Athletic opportunities affirm the dignity of the people. And quicker than we know that we as good as others, and that they can be like you and I can be like them and we can be like each other. That's a good time. Let's play together.
Come play for us, and it's easy to bond with us, it's easy to bond with me, so it's like, kind of like a second family.
And you are able to bring kids to a different community like Jackson and then take them to Montgomery, you're starting to expose them to voices that haven't been heard. We're seeing a lot of the struggle of the civil rights movement, and we saw it in Jackson. We'll see it in the museums in Montgomery.
I just wanted them today to realize you have an obligation. You've been told, you've been challenged. What you do with it is up to you, but you can't say no one ever asked you to get out there and try.
Man, these kids, I'm just telling you, it's real exciting here, but it's also a big eye-opener for our young kings from Seattle to really see something different. I'm just hopeful that our young people will take something away from this, you know, even more than baseball.
Just from the 2 days that we experienced here in Jackson, you know, what I saw inspiration. I saw hope. I saw an ability to be something.
Come out and play with me is a beautiful thing. Let's play together.
Reconciliation tour. Yo, that was a dope trip, huh? Like,
yeah,
we landed in Atlanta, we drove to Jackson, Mississippi, and then to Selma, Montgomery, and then back to Atlanta. And we was in Jackson. You had family who lived right across the street.
Okay, I did. So what is it? On my mom's side, they're from Mississippi, and so I got to see like my grandma and grandpa. Nana and pops, they don't go by grandma and grandpa, but I don't know. Like, it was crazy because like they were really across the street. I got locked out, and I didn't know what to do. And so I don't know. I
went across the street.
Went across the street. Like, oh, Auntie lives here. I was like, oh, shoot.
Look at you. You know, one I think that it was a pivotal moment in that trip that really stood out for all of us was when we stopped in Selma. Selma wasn't on the original tour schedule, but we stopped in Selma and we stopped by the Edmund Pettus Bridge. We actually got a photo right here that we'll put up. This is you right there on the historic Edmund Pettus Bridge. What were your thoughts?
It was weird being there because I think like we all know about like the march, and I think the first time like I actually saw like imagery of like what happened on that day was in Selma. I watched that with my dad. It was hard to watch, and so actually being there, it was humbling. It showed me that where I am now is due to generations far before me. The university I go to, I wouldn't be able to go there without the work that Martin Luther King did. Like, it's like I'm grateful, but like when I think about that day and what happened, it's hard to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's real. You also went to the EJI. You went to the museums there in Montgomery, Alabama.
Ooh. I just like to say, like, start off, the Legacy Museum, it was beautiful. Like, even though like it was really hard to see all the imagery that was displayed. And like I said before, it was really humbling. But if you're ever in Montgomery, Alabama, I think that's a must-see because you learn so much about the Atlantic slave trade. You learn so much about Black history in America because there's bright parts, but there's also really dark parts, and it's important to learn about the dark parts so we can move forward with a purpose. And so definitely a must-see if you're ever in Alabama in general.
All right. Now, switching gears. You were here for one of our biggest nights in Converge history, right? And that was June 4th. I always remember this date because it was also my birthday. That was June 4th, right? And we were out there at Fremont Studios, and it was the Northwest, the Emmy Awards. And wow, we won an Emmy that night. And one of the things that was important to us as a company is that we took everybody. And everybody went, including Intern Vaughn.
We're 80 deep in here tonight, y'all. Converge is 80, maybe 100, all the way down to our youngest intern. Where Vaughn at? Stand up, Vaughn. Vaughn, 18 years old. That's our intern. He in here tonight because I wanted him to be next to y'all so he could, at 18 years old, he could have a seat at the table, that he could feel this magic, that he could be in the moment, that he could see the awards here. And so, man, I'm so thankful for all the people who sponsored. We ain't had the money for no 8, 9 tables, but the community came together because I said it's important that these young people are here tonight and they're hearing your presence in TV greatness presence.
Tell us, Vaughn, what was that night like for you?
It was crazy because the Emmy Awards is something you only see on TV. And as someone like who wants to make films in the future and wants to do stuff like that, being able to be like, it's something that not a lot of people think they'll ever reach. And I thought it was nice to be in the room. The shout out was also nice. I was a little shocked because, especially when you said stand up, because I was like, oh, it was intense. Just the whole, like, it was a spectacle. Like all the awards set out in front on the table. I don't know. It's just, I guess it's a goal to work towards. And what is it? It's nice to be around people who have already gotten to the place that you want to be in the future. And so it's inspiring because I don't know, it's just,
and I
just
think
inspiring.
we got a picture here of me and you that night. And yeah, there you go, right there. I think that what you just said is the reason why we did what we did and we do what we do. Because what you just said is at 18 years old, you're in the room. Everything we said right there, you're literally at the table. You're next to TV greatness. And that's the best thing that we could ever do here at Converge is put people in places and spaces that they might not be for you to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Everything about that night, so special. And you look back and you remember upon, that's one of the greatest things that we could ever do here at Converge is put our young people in positions of success. Let our young people know how something feels or looks or whatever. Let our young people be a part of important projects like Reconciliation Tour and Support Black Business and all the other things that you worked on. And I'm just hopeful, Vaughn, that your time here this summer, where we talked about the other voice, Vaughn came here, and there's the college voice, and there's definitely the big white college voice, you know, and it's fine, and that's I'm not knocking that, but I think that as well coming here this summer, you learned a different voice as well, right?
I'd say so, yeah. Because what is it? Like the big white college voice. It's something that I think a lot of Black people, when they go to like predominantly white institutions, put on, because when you're in those rooms, and if you ever use like African American vernacular English, AAVE, you won't be taken seriously. And so I think it's something that we put on. We shouldn't have to, but it's just a sad reality of going to one of those institutions and being here. It really let me come out of my shell, like I said before. It let me be who I am. But it's like when I'm there, I can't really do that. You know what I mean? It's hard.
I'll tell you this, is, you know, you got a home here in Converge, and I'm sure when you get back to school and people realize all the stuff you've been up to and going into next summer, you're going to have lots of opportunities and everything else. I have a heart to tell you that you always got a home here. You know what I'm saying? And man, we just so proud of you, boy. I mean, we so proud of you. You're going to do great things in your career. And we're all going to be able to say, man, Vaughn was here. Vaughn was at Converge. That's so dope to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, somewhere in your story, it's going to be like, yo, I did this at Converge, man. We'll all sit back and be like, yeah, Vonnie. And Shaylon will be there like, yeah, remember Vaughn was in the back of the truck the whole time sleeping. from Atlanta from Atlanta to Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Boy slept the whole time, didn't he? But man, we're so proud of you. You're welcome back here anytime, Vaughn, and you keep up the good work. You know.
Thank you.
Can we get this young man a hand? Cry up here. All right. Well, we're over time, but it was well worth it today. Big shout out to the whole Williams clan out there watching. You know your daddy gonna post this everywhere. So we're gonna get out of here. Lots of stuff going on today. Of course, we'll catch up with Trae Holiday and family. But and Deaunte Damper will be here on Monday at 11 a.m. Want to thank Deaunte and thank Vaughn for joining us today. And on that note, a reminder: go forward in your purpose. Go forward in your humanity. And until Monday at 11 a.m., peace.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.